Welcome to Raw Babes 101. We are the realest show you will ever find, that you're going to get the rawest, most brutal, truthful information right here. TT!
I love how excited you get because, we're not on the spectrum where anybody's going to cancel our show.
High five! High five to that. And you know what's a cool thing here is I was thinking that today, and the fact that you just said it out of your ass right now without even knowing. I was thinking about it. I was like, hey, we don't ever have this fear or this higher up to say, you can't say that. We're like, fuck yeah, we can say that. We can say whatever we want, whenever we want, however we want to say it.
You're looking at me so intense.
Oh, I am. Because I'm like, oh, passion is activated.
Well, we're just kind of chatting, and I'm going to share a little bit what we just talked about.
Perfect.
We have, with what Kristen and I do with the podcast and what we do outside of the podcast, we have so much to offer. It's, we don't really, we have a little thing in our bio. It's like, oh, if you like what we're giving out there, fucking throw us a few bucks if you want.
Oh, the donation.
Yeah, but that's not a requirement. And we just finished discussing how it means more to us, and that we're in a place in our lives where we're just giving.
Yeah.
Everything is giving, no expectations in return. And I am grateful to know that you don't need high numbers to make a difference. You don't need to have, obviously the numbers is good for us because we want to know how far our message is going.
Yeah.
We're not looking for fame. We're not looking for money. We just want to share this powerful information.
And our truth.
Yeah.
Yes, sister. Hail Mary. Woo!
Yeah. But in time, because we do have so much to offer and we know that we are full of value, it will come to a point. It
always comes back.
Where, it's just going to happen for us anyways. But we're happy just to keep doing what we're doing. And, we're just so grateful for the feedback that we've been getting. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, you guys.
Yes.
We're getting messages in our inbox of how it's changing people's lives and how it makes them feel not alone. And just leaning in, doing their own work.
Yeah.
And some stuff we talk about is the hard stuff, but that's what we're committed to do, because we can pretend like all this stuff doesn't exist in our life, and that each day we just keep going on, and there isn't these trials and tribulations, but they are.
They're there. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm a psycho bitch. I'm fucking crazy, man.
Oh my God.
My poor husband, I go ups and downs, and sometimes I lose my shit. And my kids are like, God damn, woman, go smoke a joint.
She's fire. Look at your hair.
This is the package. This is what you get. But I will never fucking say that life's easy. And you'll never see me sugarcoating the real aspect of it. I think with my business, in the way that I show up on social media, it's different. I'm treating that as business. But this podcast I love because it's I feel like we're not misunderstood anymore.
No.
In who we are.
Yeah,
we
and
all
what we stand for.
Shit, eat, and sleep the same.
Oh, I know all about the shitting. Let me tell you that.
Can we talk about that?
We should talk about it.
I think we should talk about it.
We'll get it out of the way.
Okay, let's go.
So, Kristen, myself, went and had a colonoscopy yesterday. I thought it was going to be a great idea to do it without any sedation, because I just chose that. I was driving myself there and driving myself home.
Did you have any sedation with Cassius?
Oh, no. Oh, no. I had nothing. I was 100% natural, full-on, balls to the walls, ripping vagina
I think
open.
that's different, though, when you're giving birth. That's a more natural thing than something going up your asshole.
Okay. This is how the universe works. I wanted to share this because it's a clear sign of how our spirit team or past loved ones actually show up in real time. This is it. It's I talk about this stuff all the time, and light and love, and ask for this help and you will get it. Well, I'm going to tell you what happened. I get there. I'm all settled. I told the girl that I'm not doing sedation. She's like, good for you. She's like, oh, champion. Like, whoa. And I'm just like, yeah. Woo. I get into the room, and I've got my robe on, and of course I'm leaning to my side, and I'm laying on this bed, and I'm so gung-ho, you guys. Like, I love watching this sort of stuff. So I get to see what the insides look like. You know, like Magic School Bus? Hop on board.
Anybody
Get on a
that's
bus.
Pimple popper likes this shit, okay?
Yes, it's like
No
get
pun
on the
intended.
school bus and go inside my arse hole and go for the ride, go for the journey. Let's see what's in there. Fuck, I'm so healthy and juicing. I want to see what my insides look like. Oh.
I don't know. I'm not sure what happened.
We'll keep it going.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah. Go ahead. Well, no.
I'm going to wait.
Just wait. God damn you. You know, technology, anybody that seems to know what the fuck they're doing, it's
all
lies.
good.
I know you're trying to figure shit out in the
So
same
it's
way
saying the
we
Wi-Fi. Are you on?
Yeah, I just took it off.
Okay.
Eat your boo.
Maybe you're not on. Just hold. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do,
You
do.
should say poo.
Poo, 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 poo. Okay, we're back, guys. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll understand what just happened. But if you're listening on here, it all doesn't matter. We're just going to keep going. So,
Talking poo.
I'm laying on the bed. The doctor she's amazing. She's so sweet. I feel the energy. She's got music cranked in the operating room. I'm like, okay, this is going to be good. I've got this. Laying down. There's another gentleman doctor. He's like, I'm just going to do a rectal exam. Lubes up his finger. I'm just like, okay, full butt is out. Everything
Did you clench?
No, I'm like,
Did you fly across the table?
no, I just relaxed. I eased into
It's just
it.
a finger.
It's just a finger.
one finger.
Okay. Next is the camera. So she's explaining to me
Excuse me.
the camera's going to go in. And as she's going in, I'm like, okay, this is fine. Like, this feels totally fine. And she's getting through the colon, and it's going in, and I'm seeing, like, it's so healthy looking and, like, pink and slushy and all these things, okay? And they've got within the scope, they have water, a sucker, like a suction cup, and gas. So they're filling it up with air, and so they're going in. So
you're
as she's
farting.
going in, no,
You're
as she's
farting
going,
yet? Did you fart when you came out?
just let me get it out. So there's no farting yet. So as she's going in, she's circling through, and she's like, hey, first we're going to go into the top, and then we come back, and they suck it up along the way. I had to empty out my entire colon. Like, you couldn't eat a day before. I had to do juicing, all these things. I had to take magnesium to just empty and clear it out. Well, now I understand why there's constipations and different things, because my colon and my intestines, do you know how long they are?
Is it measurable?
No.
You're not.
I would fill up this whole room. Whoa. It's just ridiculous. She's like, wow, you have a really long, and it just makes sense why things get stuck.
Don't you?
My legs are longer than my torso.
Oh.
But anyway, so back to it. We're going through.
Wait a minute. What? Is that a thing?
Yes.
Your legs
are longer than my torso.
But is that
like
a thing?
Well, it was just born that way.
What is everybody? Okay.
No, everyone's different. So some people have super long torso where they can't even wear onesies.
Yeah.
And then other people have shorter legs. Yes. Or some people have longer arms, shorter arms. It's just depending on
Because I know if you measure from fingertip, middle finger to finger, like straight out.
Yeah. And I've got fucking long arms.
Yeah. And then that's how tall you are.
That's what I heard too.
Okay.
Okay. Back to the poo.
Anyways.
So she's now getting further and further. And all of a sudden, you guys, everything's turning to danger. To danger. I'm like,
oh
my God. I'm breathing and I'm feeling like there's something going in, but you can feel it. It's like there's a snake and like this, it's like being pregnant, but times 100. My stomach's being pushed out. I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh. So she gets me to move on my back and I'm trying to be strong. I'm calling in my angels. I'm like, okay, you can do this, Kristen. I'm sweating. I'm getting hot. Everything's amping up. My heart's starting to pound. I'm like, they're like, it's okay. The girls, she's like pushing on my stomach, and then she's trying to get up through all the way. Like, I got to see what my appendix looks like.
Ooh.
Went all the way to the top. So just wait. Guys, this is what happened. I'm laying there, and I'm just like, oh my God. I'm like, I can't.
You're laying like that?
No, I'm like fully laying on the bed.
Oh, like
laying
back?
Totally down, back.
Oh,
On a bed. I'm on an emergency. I'm in an emergency.
As if you're like
No,
birth.
you're laying fully flat.
Flat.
Now my knees are up, like you're giving birth, and I'm laying down.
Yes.
But normally you're on your side, but she got me to move on my back. Like right here, you guys, it's not very big. Like I'm super narrow in like the rib cage area, and it's just like, anyway, she's pushing. I'm sweating. I'm in so much
cage. She's going up to the rib cage.
Oh my God, Tiffany!
Where's your intestine?
All through here.
But
it was all the way up here.
What?
Yes, she got to show me so many different
You're
things.
An alien.
I know. So then, guys, I'm in so much pain. I'm crying, not crying, just like, I need help. So the music is on. Okay? The music is on. And all of a sudden, I'm at my peak to the point where I'm thinking in my head, maybe this wasn't a good idea. Maybe I should tell them to evacuate. And maybe it's time to forget this whole thing. Bad idea, Kristen.
Too late. It's too late.
So I'm going into a meditative state, calling in my angels. Like, I'm fucking needing a lifeline here. Please. Lifeline is now. All of a sudden, guess what song comes on in the room? If you guys go back to episodes way before, and I share with you a magical thing I wanted a sign from Stefan, and at 3 a.m. on my speakers outside at my pool house, a song came on our speakers that I had never heard before. Tracy Chapman, Baby Can I Hold You?
We tried to play it.
We tried to play it, and the episode, we had to mute it for that time because YouTube doesn't allow that.
Yeah.
Fine. Guess what song came on?
I'm thinking it's that one.
That one. I'm like, computer G Delockley and Jai, stop. I'm like, get out of here. So I'm like, perfect. Redirection for Kristen to distract her mind. I shared the whole story with the whole room, with all the people. I'm like, you guys aren't going to believe this, blah, blah, blah. They were like, what? That's amazing. So they crank it up even louder, the song in the room. I'm like, this is like out of a movie scene. Of course this is happening. Yeah. This is fucking my movie. I created this shit. So I was like, thank you, Stefan. You're with me right now. I can get through this. It lasted longer. It was more painful. Anyways, on their way out, it's so cool because I got a motherfucking lube, oil, and filter. She literally sucked out all the old stuff that was in my intestines, in my colon. She cleaned it with water. And like when
I was gonna say, it looks like a scrub brush.
Yes, I loved it because I literally am like, yes, like there is old stuff that sits in different spots.
Yeah.
And I thought it was cleaned out, and I was like, whoa, what's that? Anyhow, long story short, we're at the base of the colon. There she is. Big old polyp. Yeah.
I think we just got a name for it.
Big old polyp. Big old Bertha. So there was a polyp on the way out. Then they bring in this other tool. They put it around the polyp. It's like a thing that like tightens it. And then I'm pretty sure it just cauterizes it, takes it off. You don't feel anything in your colon, by the way. It has no feeling. So that didn't hurt. Takes it out. They're going to test it. She's not concerned. I'm not concerned. Obviously.
Is that normal to have polyps?
So do you want to know something else, you guys? It is and it isn't. So that's why they have to test it.
Okay.
And they got to make sure it's not cancerous, obviously.
How did you guys know to look for that?
So it was because of the bowel change. So I was having inconsistency from like being constipated to then being more loose. There's no consistency.
Okay.
And so another thing is, this is so too much information.
No, it's not.
But it's not, because we're raw and we're real. When I would be constipated, it wouldn't come out. So it would be stuck. So I thought maybe I had a bulging happening after I had Cassius. And I'm very twisted. So it's all explained now. I get it.
Okay.
So basically, I had to like help myself pull it out. How? And I felt inside with my finger.
What?
I had to put my finger in my butt to pull the poo out. Yes, you guys, I'm sharing this. And you know what? No shame in my game.
I hope you washed your hands.
Just kidding. So, no, I'm sharing this because I know it can help other people.
Of course.
And there ain't no shame in my game. I love my asshole.
Asshole.
Okay, next thing. So, I was grateful for that moment. I wanted to share those moments because your team will show up, or your loved ones, when you need them. And that was a clear message and a clear sign.
Was it easy for your doctor to agree to refer you to get a colonoscopy, or is that something that you, how does one person
Yes, my
something like this?
My doctor is amazing. I went and saw him. I hadn't seen him for a little while. I wanted to just get everything checked out. So I wanted to check all the things and just do what do you call it? Like a maintenance check. And so he was like, okay, we're going to just refer you to all these people. And that was it.
Okay, awesome.
Coolest thing, guys, this is how beautiful in the direction of our health system is. It's like happening. I was so excited. I shared with Tiffany. I got a piece of paper after, and the doctor says to me, she's like, do not have dairy. Dairy makes this problem even worse. It is not good for your colon. It is not good for your body. I'm like, a doctor is telling me this? This is my beliefs. This is like the whole shit, like the celery juice, blah, 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 blah. The hormones and all the things that are in milk and dairy products, our bodies just don't agree with it. It's another mammal's milk. Like, you're supposed to drink your own mom's milk. Why are you drinking a cow's? That's for her babies. Anyway, so cool. I got this list of foods to eat, and it's everything that I eat, of fiber, fruits, and vegetables. And it's
lots of fiber, guys.
Just leaning into everything. I'm just like, this is awesome. To leave the hospital with a piece of paper telling you to change your diet was hot sauce.
Yeah,
it was so good.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that was a cool experience, and I'm very grateful that I did it because I didn't want to have the sedation, and I didn't want to, be all groggy after. But I thought I was going to be fine to record with Tiff, and Tiffany was having. You should share what you were having.
I know. I'm such an empath. I get stuff from Kristen. I get stuff from like certain people. My dad is one of them.
Wow.
We already know that I take stuff on from Dave.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, but yeah. So yesterday, I kind of mirrored a little bit how Kristen was feeling, and I do feel like it was not a coincidence, but I did just try something new in my diet, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna just go all natural right now. I'm not gonna fuck around because my stomach, my bowels were like, ouch. So I'm still a little bit like, I don't know, uncomfortable. Yeah. But yesterday just made me really, really tired. So I didn't work out, and I really just slept until like 11.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's where I was at.
Yeah. And I came home and slept all day, and we were going to record in the night, and then I talked to him like, I've got a headache, like, I'm not feeling, and if we're not on point, we're not doing it. We got no energy to give you guys. So anyway,
but we're good enough obviously today.
Yeah. And we have so much to talk about. We want to get into it. There's so many things. There's some current events.
Yeah. We can't ignore what's happening right now. Let's get right into this.
Okay.
So I don't have...
Do you want me to do the Kid Carson thing?
Yeah, let's just do that because this one kind of rocked a lot of people.
Yes.
And this literally just happened when?
This just happened like a couple days ago. Yeah. So Kid Carson was from Z95.3 for many, many years.
That's in Vancouver.
And that is in Vancouver.
BC.
He is has always had the Kid Carson show, and he's always been super funny, and he's been a part of that for so long. This is the coolest thing that I feel has happened for him because he's larger than life. He's meant to speak his truth, as we all are. And it's pretty much like being in an abusive relationship because when you're in an environment, it doesn't matter, you guys, if it's a job or an actual relationship. It is a relationship. We have many ships, right? Relationship, jobs, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so he wanted to speak his truth multiple times just about his feelings. He's like, here I am on the show, and I'm like, skating around the current events and how I really feel.
And what's really happening.
And what's really happening, and the truth, and not fabrication, and not conspiracy. He's just speaking from what he's seeing and from his heart. So,
and two, in his position, he needs to be unbiased too. And there is nothing wrong with that. That's actually, it's a very difficult place to be in, and not everybody can do that. But in his situation, in everybody's situation, there's things going on in the world, and we know, especially him, knows that the information that's getting belted out through radio and
MSM,
news,
mainstream media.
Thank you. And it's stating things that are not true. And people are seeing the truth before them, and then they're hearing this bullshit, and they're going, what the fuck is happening?
They're going, this doesn't align.
No, this doesn't make sense. Why is it with the protest with the truckers, is it being said on the news and radio that it's being an act out of racism and violence?
When they're feeding the homeless, they have bouncy castles. There's
all
less crime.
It's all out of love.
Out of love.
Everything's out of love. And that is the key thing, is like, to show anger and aggression is exactly what they want us to do by setting fear in all the things that we've been receiving in terms of information. So this is where Kid Carson really, it chokes him up, because, and lots of people, because anything that he even uttered, he got totally reprimanded for. And anybody else that fucking utters anything gets reprimanded for, or canceled, or whatever. And that's why we're so grateful to be in the position that we're in.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is going to cancel us, yo? No,
so funny.
It's not happening.
Yeah. And this Kid Carson thing, what it really came down to was he had somebody that he worked for that he had to overcome. And this is what I always come back to. Redirection. It was not a divide or this or that, and like, oh, screw this guy, screw you. It was really about a lesson and his soul calling him for bigger things. He isn't meant to sit behind the radio and do the show. He was ready to evolve. He had to overcome the fact of the fears of speaking his truth. He spoke his truth.
Oh, fuck. Don't even
fucking... Oh, I'm not even doing this.
It's a risk versus reward.
Exactly, Tiffany. Oh, but this one thing, he's meant to be his own voice of reason for the collective, for our community, to speak his truth however he wants to, without being filtered or getting in trouble or reprimanded. It's not meant for him. So the universe is going to repay him in the biggest way possible. Watch. Everybody will watch him blossom and bloom. He has his own show now. If you guys want to go check out his podcast, he's on Spotify. He's using Anchor, actually, the same one.
He is?
The same platform.
Shut up!
Yes.
Fucking right.
And he, of course, has a family and needs to be able to support them. So he does have a subscription. And I felt, and Tiffany felt, so called to just share some truth, shine a little bit of light on the situation, if you guys didn't know, because mainstream media said that he's a conspiracy theorist, that he said all this stuff about vaccines, and it was a lot of manipulation in words that he actually didn't say. And the cool thing is, it's all over social media what he actually did say, so you could hear it for yourself and have your own opinion.
Well, Joe Rogan just went through this too.
100%.
And as you mentioned before, those who are getting reprimanded are those who are curious.
I love that you said that.
And that's a fucking human condition, by the way. We are,
curious.
As a human, we are curious. And when you suppress what we're meant to do, it just comes out tenfold. So here we are. Joe Rogan has to apologize for context that was totally manipulated into making it seem like he's a racist motherfucker. And he's not.
He's the furthest thing from racist. God. He's about the LGBTQ community.
All of it.
Everything.
He doesn't give a shit.
No.
We don't give a fuck either. Like,
no,
it's just about working with light and love. Light and love. And for Joe Rogan, does the exact same thing as Kid Carson. They want to be they want to be pro-choice. They want to be able to, and plus with the situation that they're in and like the influences that they have, they do need to sit and like they're going to have their own opinions, but they have to sit in an unbiased position in order to get both sides of the story.
And I feel Joe does that.
I totally do. I
agree. Because with the Kid Carson, he's more of a radio show like for fun and funny and all that. And I'm sure now it's total redirection.
Yeah.
But for Joe, he's always had all these different walks of life on his show.
Yeah.
And his show birthed from him just doing it out of his own home or his basement. It was just meant to be.
Yes.
And I'm so grateful that we have these platforms and different people that can challenge the mainstream media.
Yeah.
Why not? We all can challenge anything we like. This is why we have freedoms, freedom of speech. This is what we're supposed to be about. This is what our country is supposed to be about.
I think as long it can be easily manipulated by the wrong person.
Yes.
You obviously want to like come at it with the most positive aspect, but we're not gonna suppress what the fuck's going on here.
Yeah. We have to be honest.
So did you have
I do.
Okay, you go because
okay.
I pulled some cards and it really kind of sheds a bit of like truth of where to navigate how you feel about these things. But it's a very powerful thing. So I'll get into that after. So go ahead.
So I came across, I'm sure, I actually don't know because I didn't know this man at all until I stumbled across some of his information. So there is a man, his name is Brian Peckford. He is, I want to say...
I just automatically want to make fun of his last name.
Oh my God.
I'm not kidding. I don't know.
You're hilarious, Tiffany. So he is in his 60s, I believe. I'm not 100% on that. So he is the only living minister left who had a hand in drafting and writing and agreeing to our Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms Act. Okay? So this man he went, I believe, to Victoria. He's from, I believe he's in Parksville. He's from here. And he is challenging the federal government because it is going against all of our Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. There is these Rights and Freedoms Acts that we have, number 2, 6, 7, and 15. He helped craft equality, the freedom of expression, and the freedom of mobility. Now he's launching a lawsuit against the federal government because it is going against what he did in 1980 with a group of other ministers and higher ups. So he was on, I'll have to find the name, like a podcast, and he shared his truth and he shared why he's doing it and the fact that if he doesn't speak his truth now, this is going to end up getting washed away and we won't have it any longer. The freedom to be able to move, the freedom to be able to speak, all the different things. So we will attach this link down below because it's so powerful. And it's like, if there's a man who's completely always been about the government, he's been a part of it, he's a very strong believer in all these types of things. And if he's sitting here in his 60s questioning what's happening, we really also need to just take a look at the different information and make a choice for yourself about what's actually going on and what's happening. And he's doing it out of love. And he's such a beautiful man. He's just speaking very direct and honest. And he's like, if I don't do it, and I don't take a stand for the rights that I actually had a hand in creating for us, they went so far and so deep into creating this that we were able to have the freedom to speak and move for Canada. This is what we're about.
That's really powerful.
Yeah.
And that, oh God, it's really coming to forth. People are really sacrificing. Like before, people were just getting pushed up against the wall, you know, with no which way to turn. and people have sacrificed their jobs, their livelihood for, their thoughts and
Their beliefs.
And here we are now, people, and this goes with the cards that I pulled earlier on what it is that we should be sacrificing to live our true, happier versions of ourselves. Mm-hmm. And what is it that we will feed this temple of ours, whether it's like food or information, what is it that we're going to feed our bodies in order to ascend in a human form, like in where we are now? Like, I'm not talking else like once we die or anything.
No, you're saying right now, right here, evolution.
We're here for a reason. I mean, we're here in this time in the moment we're not there just to fucking comply and watch this shit happen.
No.
That's not what we were meant to do. We got to wake up. So what it is that you need to fertilize for your temple. How can you feed your body and brain? Now, don't worry about what you need to take away. Just think about what you can add.
Oh, I love that piece of advice. Okay. Good Tiffany.
Yeah. And I say that because when we take things away, it's like taking a toy away from a child. We now we want it even more.
Yeah. Temper tantrum.
Absolutely. So I always this is just a little example, as far as children go. I always taught my children and my nephews and anybody else that was around us, and I had to feed them. I said, you eat the good shit first, and then you can have whatever.
The treats after.
Yeah. So in terms of what are you going to sacrifice for your body so that you can do that? Now, when we talk about sacrificing, we talk about the things that we love, but I'm not saying the things that we love that are bad habits. I mean the things that you hold really close to your heart, your family, your dog, your business, things that you hold so close to your heart.
Yeah.
That's where the sacrifice needs to come in. You're going to do it for them and for that. And that's where a lot of people are getting up and saying something now, because it's affecting their families to the point that they're seeing it in their children.
Big time.
Don't fuck with our kids, man. Mama Bear's coming out. Seriously. Yep. I reflect on this all the time, and I have been sacrificing, and we have been doing the thing. Obviously, I think with certain things we need to be strategic, and we are strategic, but we know that we have this platform to talk about this kind of stuff, and I'm sorry if it's triggering you. Obviously, maybe you need to do some work around that, but we're not going to ignore what's happening.
Yeah, we can't.
Vaxxed, unvaxxed, guys, doesn't matter.
This isn't about this.
No.
This is nothing to do with health. This has nothing to do with what whether you choose to do this or you choose to do that. This is about a bigger picture. We have our children that are growing up. What type of environment and world are we leaving them behind? Because we are leaving them behind for our grandchildren even. 100%. So it's super important. If you're just thinking of right here, right now, how is this serving me today? Oh, I'm just going to apply this, and this. I'm just going to listen to whatever they are telling me to do right now, here, today. And then we're forgetting about, well, how is that going to be for our kids? How is it going to be for our grandkids? And history will repeat itself unless we do something about it. And doing something about it doesn't mean hate, anger, resentment, fear. It means holding love, holding space in your heart, finding out what information is right for you, speaking about it with your family, making a safe plan for your family and your community, raising your frequency, doing lots of meditations, and trust. A lot of trust needs to come into this, not divide. So where you can be the biggest player is not dividing, like accepting people for who they are, accepting if they wear a mask or if they don't, accepting if they get the shot or don't. Please use your own discretion and do what's right for you and your family. And Tiffany and I aren't here to judge a damn single person.
No.
We just want to unite everybody.
Yeah. Uniting, whether or not, whatever your decisions are, but uniting in the fact of our intentions. And if our intentions are just being able to speak and move freely, then why can't we come from that? Why can't we come from the love and light? as we are, and more people are coming from that place, it's almost like a grieving process.
Yeah.
You know, like when COVID first happened, everybody was like sad and really shooken up, and I totally was. And then we got to a place where we were like mad. We got really mad. And now we're in a place of like surrender, sacrifice, and trust, and doing it from a positive place.
And how it's helped us and moved us forward. And then again, this beautiful platform that exists to speak our truth and to help others. And
Whoops.
that's what's the whoops?
We just like stumbled upon.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Whoops.
Hi podcast. Hey, how are you?
Hey Raw Babes 101. Thanks for being so raw and real. Hey, you're welcome. Any day of the week. This is how we roll. And I know a lot of our listeners, especially from you guys reaching out, you feel similar. And even if you don't feel similar, we're fucking rooting you on and cheering you on. There is no shame here. There is no fear here. It's like, we're here to just spread love and light and messages and the truth. And sometimes the truth can hurt. And a lot of the times we don't want to see what's really going on. The abuser in the relationship. No, he's just moody. Oh, he's just this. No. See it for fucking exactly what they are. See the truth for exactly what it is. If the truth isn't the truth, and if you hear something and your intuition goes, meh, trust that. Lean into that. Question it.
And this came up for me just now, though, but I think it's really easy to say that certain situations come from different perspectives. Like, even if you have the same people watching, but this is a little bit bigger than that.
Yeah.
This is not just...
Oh, just a little.
This is not just our thoughts and beliefs and perspective. I know that we actually share this perspective with a lot of people who have just been sitting back and just letting things happen.
Yeah.
But because we're just trying to do the right thing, we want to stand behind our government. We want to comply and be good, and as long as it makes sense.
Yeah.
If it doesn't make sense, guys, I don't see anything wrong with challenging that
and having a discussion.
Yeah.
And communicate. Yeah, and do a little research.
Yeah, just
like
have a discussion.
Yeah.
And if you're one of those people that like gets up and walks away,
you've been triggered.
Sorry, not sorry.
It's just, you know what it is.
I used to be like that.
Yeah, and I want to actually. I'm glad that you said.
With my husband.
I'm glad that you said that, Tiff, because I'll share. Like, so my dad was one of those, and he would feel uncomfortable. So the uncomfortability would just circle in his body to the point that he couldn't stand it. So he had to walk away from it. And it wasn't even about the person. It was about the feelings happening for him that were too big and too strong. So he had to walk away thinking that would help it. But it actually doesn't. It's just avoidance. And so when I always you just got to sit through that. So the person that's triggered, sit there, stay there, just challenge it. Yes, challenge it. Be like, okay, this is uncomfortable. Okay, I don't like this, but I'm going to just face it. And then you face it and then it's gone. And you're like, oh, that's what I've been avoiding for 100 years? Yeah, that's what it was. I have something else.
Yeah.
Totally in a different direction.
All right. We're halfway through.
Oh, we're more than halfway through, girl. Okay. 2 things. Another little tippy sherry of something cool, magical that happened. Went to a crystal shop downtown. Raw. So cool. I don't know the name of it. I think it's Amethyst something. It's on West 4th, Broadway area. Anyway, so I walk into the store and I'm like drawn to this color. And it's like this turquoisey, wicked color. And it's more of a mineral than it would be like a stone. It's still a crystal, but it just isn't all shiny and jewelry like I would normally be attracted to. I'm like, oh, this is cool. Look through the shop. I'm checking out all these different things. Get to the checkout and I'm like, not getting it. And I don't know why. I'm just like avoiding it. And I put out this beautiful baby. So I get this. I'll share what that is after. And then I got this one and another one. And then it's just like...
are you not going to...
I will.
Okay.
My intuition is like, beaming over to this color and this mineral. And I'm like, go over to it. And I grab it, and I grab two, and I still don't know why. I grabbed the one I really want, and I know why now. I'll share after. Okay. Because my mind was like, oh, I don't want to get disappointed if it's too much money. So I'm like, oh, I'll get the second one that I think that I could settle with, even though this is the one that I clearly chose. So I put them both down on the table, and then at the shop you have to weigh it to see how much it's going to be. So she puts it on the thing, and she's like, $43.
Oh, stop.
So this is it.
Wow.
I'll share what it is. And as you guys know, 43 is my number. I looked at her. I'm like, you're kidding, right? I'm like, yeah, that's mine. I said,
That's hilarious.
So then she's like, I'll give you a deal, 40. I'm like, nope, $43. I'm paying for $43. Okay, so I'll quickly share. It's so dope. And this is what it is. I have it written down because you guys are going to hear my papals.
Wow.
Wow. You can really dance. She went boom, boom, boom. She went boom, boom, boom. Okay, this baby is called chrysocolla and malachite. This is the one that was called to me. This actually came from Peru. Now I need to go on a trip to Peru, calling it in, manifesting it. Thank you, Peru. It's into the ethers coming in. Now, this stone is for change, stress, empowering, transition, activates the throat and heart chakra, communication, expressing and teaching, revealing our knowledge, balance, brain on both sides, emotions, confidence, abundance, protection, peace, pure energy, strength, aura, and your energetic field. I was like, how beautiful is that? It's so cool.
Show the underside too, because it looks like it was like stacked on each other. Like, what is happening?
And so this is like,
wild.
It's made like, it's just like that. They don't even make it.
It looks like it was just chipped from a bigger piece or something.
Totally.
Like, that's beautiful.
It's so dope.
Love
and
that.
the fact that it was 4-3, I'm like, get out of here.
Now, what's this one?
Okay, that one's insane.
So you gotta educate.
I'm gonna educate you guys because every crystal, just like everything, whether it's this microphone, our phones, it's all energy. There's all frequency that comes off of all of the things. So a crystal does really magical things, and get the one that you're called to. It doesn't have to, you don't have to know the meaning. It's just the energy behind it. If you see one, grab it. Oh my gosh. This is what I wanted to tell you earlier. So I have one for my son. And we had matching. So it was a green one like this. And they had a kid's one finally at one of the stores. I was like, bam, love it. We picked the matching. He gets this green one. He's been wearing it now for probably, I want to say 2 months. So he comes home and he's like, Mom, my bracelet broke.
I was just going to say.
I was like, oh,
just going to say, KK, did you share with him what could happen over time wearing these?
Yes. So what happened with Cassius is the bracelet and the stones did its job beautifully. It absorbs negative energy, absorbs other things, and when it has done its job, it will leave you. It will break because it just means it's burst. It's done. So what you would do is you would take that and you want to put it either into a plant or back into the water. So an ocean is beautiful. If I've gone across a ferry, I've saved my crystals and then I throw them over the edge with a positive intention because these crystals hold frequency. So clearing them, I'll put them outside, charge them, all the different things. But when something breaks, even if a stone breaks, it means it's complete. And another thing that I wanted to share, just like when Nikki gave me that beautiful crystal, a lot of the times your crystals, you will not feel a connection to it anymore and you got to give it to someone. So I've done that too. I've given crystals away. And don't think like it's something about you or it's a bad thing. It's a good thing. It just means it's done its job. So back to this guy. This is called salicite, and hopefully I pronounced that correctly.
So is this?
That one is selenite.
Oh,
yeah.
salicite.
Salicite.
Got it.
So this is this mineral, and it's incredible for beside your bed. So I was called to this too. Divine power, understanding, higher consciousness. Higher constipation. Just kidding. Great for
meditation. That up your ass.
That would clear me out pretty quick.
You probably would never get it back.
Ooh.
Put a string on it, maybe?
Third eye chakra, pituitary gland, intuition, dream recall. So this one's meant to go beside your bed. It's very powerful. Angel aura quartz is this baby. Very powerful. High vibration meditation, positive energy, joy, happiness, uplifting energy, emotional goals, dreams.
Sorry, what was that one called?
This is called the Angel Aura Quartz. So this is a quartz, but there's just a rainbow film kind of that they put on it, where the Angel Aura, but it's still quartz. Yeah. Very, very powerful. So Tiffany's is incredible. So this is one that will charge. So I could put this with anything and it will charge all of our bracelets and our stones. It's really great to clear. Like in a Reiki session, I have 2 that I use for my clients, and I clear. It's incredible for clearing.
What's it for?
Like you can clear. So clear. What?
Say clear again.
Clear? What the hell? What's wrong with clear?
Did you guys get that? Oh, I made a funny.
Oh.
You didn't get it.
Missed it.
It's all good.
Sorry, babe. And then
I know I wasn't alone on that.
The coolest last one. It's right in my bra, and you guys are gonna know why in a second. Okay, this is called the Dolphin Stone. Larimar. It's called the Dolphin Stone. You'll know why it's in my boobs in a second. Divine feminine, calms fears and overcoming fears, meditation, releasing emotional bonds, patterns and principles that no longer serve you. The highest and good for all, clear communication, strength, courage to speak openly with your heart. It's amazing for pregnancy if you're pregnant. Singers and protecting their voice, crazy good for throat chakra. And this stone is excellent stone for finding your soulmate, calling him in. Yeah. And why do you think it's in my heart chakra?
I wasn't going with that.
Oh, you're going for my boob?
I'm not going for your boob.
And then I got a pencil, which is a selenite pencil, which is great for clearing, and it's got the point. So that was an incredible find. Oh, quick thing. I wanted to just wish my mom a happy 60th belated birthday, February 8th. There was actually a lot of people that have February 8th birthday.
So many.
And happy birthday to all you Aquarians. You guys are magical, very, very nice people. They are very nice people.
Everybody's nice.
Everyone's nice, but I'm telling you, Aquarians are super people pleasers beyond this earth plane. So I definitely teach a lot of that to stand in your power and use your boundaries.
Yeah.
Mom. And I just wanted to say, my mom is gorgeous. Like, she does not look 60. I said to her, I looked at her picture and I was like, even saying 60 in my head, I'm like, what?
No, she actually recently, she looks like she's taken 10 years off.
Yes, she has.
Off her age.
And celery juice,
I can't even believe it. She looks amazing.
She does. I agree.
Hot.
Gina.
Hot.
Gina, the sperm cleaner. Woo! It's a song. It's a song. And there's another song, actually, it says Go Gina, that we play, and Cassius and I, we play it. It goes, Go Gina, go Gina. That's it.
All right.
Anything else that we have to pull a card? We're at 42 minutes.
Buddy.
What?
I know.
So, anything else?
No.
Brian, we got the photo shoot story, but I could save that for another time. I could save it for another time.
Totally.
Yeah, we're going to save it. Come back to us next week. Oh my gosh, we didn't even talk. Let's do another episode right next. We should. Okay. Because we have to talk about half the shit we didn't talk about on the page. Ah! Hold this, please.
You got it, girl.
Oh my.
Is that
happened? Send it! Oh my gosh.
All of her cards. She went to shuffle and half the deck just kind of flew.
Yeah, the angels, they're so happy because we're just speaking our staying truth. They're like, we got too much to tell you, bitch. Come on. What do you got for us? Tiffany, you're looking so funny right now. Do you guys think that I look tanned? Because I am. Because I had a spray tan. And you'll find out in another episode why. Okay. Angels, guides, and loved ones, what do you got for us? Daddy. What? That's too many. Sorry,
no, guys. We're looking for maybe one
or two. Like 3 tops.
God. Not the whole deck.
The whole dick.
Yeah, the whole dick.
They want to give.
Look at that
There
dick.
we go. It ran out.
All right.
Are you ready for this? AMSR, because I want to tell you something. Sorry. Go. You can't.
I want to say nipple.
You can't.
It says trust the niggle.
I'm going to read it in the book.
What is the niggle feeling trying to tell you? Guys.
You can't make this up.
I cannot. What did we talk about earlier in the cards that I pulled?
I have to read it because it's so powerful. But
I
yeah,
know that you're in a place where you are getting pulled from one end of the spectrum to the other, and you're kind of weighing it out, and you're like, what way should I go? Well, if you took my advice earlier, you can actually think about what you need to sacrifice in order for you to reach your higher power. How are you going to feed your temple within food and what the information that you're getting? So read that.
This is crazy. That niggling feeling, that annoying niggling feeling, the inconvenient, annoying, niggling feeling. Try as you might. It's there. It isn't going anywhere. Most people spend years ignoring their niggling feelings, throwing their best dollop of stubbornness, ego, and post-rationalization to numb them out. It's exhausting. And until you face the niggle, life just throws you more bait to awaken it. To draw your attention to the light within you that is bursting to come out, just like Kid Carson, like bursting. His truth was bursting to come out. The niggle is an arrow pointing to what is standing in your way. The relationship, the conversation, the decision, the shift that needs to be made, the stone in your shoe. Often we feel the niggling feeling in our body first. Many people think that intuition is something from a higher realm, but in fact, it is the body that is the intuitive one, working through our senses to deliver vibrational information. It takes just a moment every day to scan your body to receive the intuitive intelligence and act on it quickly. You are being called to face the niggle now. If you don't face it, the universe will throw something much bigger and more obvious in your path, and then you will likely regret that you didn't answer the niggle in the first place. I know it's scary, but you are safe. Answer the niggle now. Work your light inquiry is, what is the niggle feeling trying to tell you? And I swear to the world, I promise you guys, that niggle, that intuition is the thing before the carpet rip. It's big, and the universe is like, hello, I'm here. You're not listening to me. Okay, let's get louder. Okay, let's get louder. Okay. And then it's like, she's still not listening, so rip. And it's like, why did I wait for the rip?
Or what does it mean?
Right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you guys for tuning into Raw Babes 101. We are here to shine light on all the dark. So you know what, motherfuckers? Wake up, because we're here. Holy Spirit, activate. One more clap. Ooh, your hands are like cold, but
I'm clammy.
Ooh, she's tapped in.
I'm clammy.
She's healing. Okay, love you guys.
Love you too.
Sending you lots of love.
Talk soon.
Bye.
Ciao.